Good morning. Today brings us to the neighbourhood of Mathers, and this is the walk I did around it. I'm actually cutting through a Assiniboine forest here. It's a tranquil, lovely morning. I can hear crickets, I can hear the birds singing, and it promises to be 30 degrees C today. So of course, with the humidity, that's probably going to bring out the mosquitoes, but not a problem. I'm lathered up with a mosquito repellent, so I should be all right. The astute amongst you may have realised that Mathers isn't actually next on the A to Z list. We are on M, but Mathers is not the first M. But if you watched last week's episode where I went around the scary north end and got accosted and stressed out and not a very pleasant experience, I wanted something this week. It's a little bit more sedate, a little bit closer to home, a little bit more local, just to get my mojo back, which is why we're doing Mathers this morning. I am now cutting through South Tuxedo, a bit posh around here, and I'm on Taylor, which will eventually get me to Mathers. We will get there in the end. But on the way, I want to check out a new place called neighbourhood, and I'm sure I have butchered that pronunciation, but we'll go and have a look at that area. Behold, neighbourhood. Up until about 15 years ago, this 64-acre plot of land was the Kapyong military barracks, and there would be hundreds of mess halls and barracks, I guess, and square bashing, guard stations, soldiers marching about, and now all of that has been demolished. It is just an empty plot of land, and the city has given this back to the First Nations, and hence the name neighbourhood, if I pronounce that correctly. This 64-acre plot of land is going to be developed, and I think the person on the development committee knew what he was talking about, or she was talking about. It's going to be everything: community centres, parks, shops. It's going to have tiers of housing, from low income all the way up to the annoying luxury apartments. So I am actually looking forward to seeing what happens in this area, and I wanted to come today just to film its emptiness, and before they start digging and building. It's a very, very nice sort of nature reserve right now. All right, now let's get to Mathers. All right, we have made it to Mathers. As you can see behind me, they have already started construction, and this portion that's actually in Mathers used to be where they'd park all the military vehicles. So there'd be tanks and APCs and jeeps and trucks of all shapes and sizes, all lined up within this fenced area. All that is gone, and it's going to be a petrol station. It says it's coming in the summer of 2024. I think they've got a ways to go yet. Joseph Francis Malone, or Joe Malone as he liked to be called, was a sports coach and wasn't even born in Winnipeg. He was born somewhere in Ontario, and he gets a park named after him. I don't quite understand how the city names parks. Some bloke that used to coach football and soccer. Pretty nice park there. Nice little corner. Well, I'm peckish. I didn't have any breakfast this morning. I had a couple of cups of coffee, but nothing to keep me going this long. There is a German deli in Mathers. What can I possibly get from a German deli? Let's go and find out. Morning.
Goes right this way. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much. See you again.
See ya. Holy smokes, was that a good sandwich and a pickle and a pop. Even saw Mr. Meyer himself gave me a free bottle of water because I was hot and sweaty. Oh man, I'm stuffed now. But Mathers does have a great Canadian superstore, and I have just one piece of grocery shopping that I need to do, so I might as well do that while I'm here. There we go, grocery shopping done. Just needed some Tide Pods. All right, now across the street from Mathers is my favourite bar, my favourite patio in all of Winnipeg. It's So why am I going to just walk straight past it? What's going on? Well, my wife and I have just come back from a week in Niagara-on-the-Lake for half of it, and then the Toronto city for the other half of it. And we drank so much wine, and I had so much beer and so much nice food that I have to detox a little bit after that trip. I do like just sitting about on those kind of holidays, de-stressing, sitting on the rooftop patio, enjoying a drink, watching everybody else work and do stuff. That is my idea of fun. E-bikes, what a ridiculous invention. Oh, well, it's made it to 28 degrees C. It's supposed to creep up to 29 in the next hour, but I don't think we're going to make 30, but I will take it. Woo. Oh yeah. Well, thank you, Mathers, for your hospitality.